a Ghanatube so ebusian form dot for slow women science so emamo akwa ababium matna CD na ewie insem ahodo enkoso ewo oman Ghanem na entempara no me ntwentwen so emfama mo no yebeka kotie insem ahodo bi a enkoso ewo oman Ghanem.
Now, Speaker of Parliament Bagbin says he will continue to champion the national response towards ending the dialysis crisis in the country. Currently, fewer than 400 dialysis machines are actively working in only 9 out of 16 regions, prompting widespread public demand for government to focus on new interventions for renal patients. Late last year, the National Health Insurance Scheme resolved to settle 200 million cedis in claims for dialysis treatment. However, speaking at the commissioning of a dialysis center built by non-profit agency, Sustainable Health Education and Interventions, the Speaker called for a collective push to improve healthcare delivery.
As Ghana grapples with the national dialysis crisis, many public health facilities are in search of logistical support to ease the burden on renal patients. The Tetekwashi Memorial Hospital in the Eastern Region is the latest public health facility to benefit from a dialysis center built by non-profit group SHIELD and commissioned by Speaker of Parliament Bagbin, who says he is passionate about a national response to the dialysis crisis.
Statistics show that nearly 14% of the over 30 million Ghanaians are suffering from chronic kidney disease. That is an estimate of 4 million Ghanaians. Only 1 in 10 patients currently access life-saving dialysis due to cost and distance barriers. Less than 20 nephrologists are available in the entire 16 regions of the country. Fewer than 400 dialysis machines serve the entire country. As the Speaker of Parliament, I will continue to champion the national response to chronic kidney disease.
In line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the management of non-profit group Sustainable Health Education and Interventions SHIELD says they are on a mission to ensure that no one is left behind when it comes to healthcare.
It was our role to look for individual sponsors who in their own way also wanted to assist. So it's been a very hectic time, but I think the result is amazing and we are so happy that we've reached this stage. And just to add, we also were the ones who set up the police hospital dialysis unit. So we come with quite a bit of experience and also quite a lot of hope. You see, access to health is something that should be there for everybody. Equity, access, and quality healthcare. And that is what drives the NGO SHIELD.
Traditional leaders, together with management and other stakeholders of the Tetekwashi Memorial Hospital, are certain that this new facility will ease the burden of care on renal patients, especially those in the Eastern region.
They once destroyed the very rivers that sustained their communities, digging deep for gold in a trade they now call a mistake. Now in universities, illegal miners, some of them barely out of their teens, are speaking out, not with pride, but with regret. 2 of them, a 24-year-old and 27-year-old university students, open up to Joy News' Mohammed Nuruddin about a life shaped by Galamsey, the mysterious deaths of clothes friends, and their new mission to right the wrongs of the past. They say some of their colleagues in other institutions want to make amends for past mistakes. Here's our special report, the Galamseyers' regret.
You've been in Galamsey for how many years and why have you decided to go into Galamsey?
Thank you for the question. I think I'm not into Galamsey because I like working. On the 14th of October 2016, I lost both my parents. They were catering of my education. So when I lost them, I have nobody to take care of me. So I need to link myself to Galamsey so that I can able to continue with my education. I think that is the reason why I'm trying to Galamsey activities.
Are you aware that Galamsey is destroying our water bodies and our water land?
Yes, please. I'm aware that Galamsey activities is destroying our water bodies, our lands.
They dug for gold in silence, but now their voices are breaking the silence with regret. For years, these young men survived through illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey. It paid their school fees, put food on the table, and gave them a future. But it came at a cost to Ghana's rivers and forest. 24-year-old Yao Atta, not his real name, is now a university student, but he says the money that paid for his education was choked in mud and mystery. Several of his friends died under strange and unexplainable circumstances while working at illegal mining sites.
Do you have members who have died through this galamsey, and some of them who are in critical condition, maybe sick in the hospital or in the houses?
Yes, for the past years I've been entering into galamsey. A lot of my friends lost their life. Some of them turned into drug abuse, a lot of child trafficking, prostitution. Some of them even fell sick and they cannot work again. They have to stand down to their various houses.
Now studying Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood, Yao is not just turning away from galamsey, he's hoping to lead the campaign against it.
So do you regret going into galamsey and the fact that these activities destroy our forests, our water body, and even our land?
Yeah, I'm deeply regretful for that, because when I sit down to realize what we are doing at the galamsey sectors, for the next 10 years to come, our children, our beloved brothers and sisters, how to even get water to drink will be a problem, and to get a very good land to farm is also one of the big problems that we have faced for the past years to come. I think if I'm able to get support from NGOs to support with my education, I think I'll be very happy to hear that. And also, I think if I also be a member to be campaigning against galamsey activities, I will be very proud about it.
He says his education has opened his eyes to what he calls a crime against nature.
So if they give you the opportunity to say a word to communities where you've mined, communities where you did the illegal mining, and now they don't have good water to drink, their forest is being destroyed, what would you tell them?
I'll first let them know that I'm coming there for them to forgive me of what I have done for the past years. I will tell them that I have been there for several times or years, and I know the importance of water and the importance of our lands and the vegetation that we have. I think I'll educate them on how we are going to protect our lands, our water bodies.
Yao is not alone. Other students who are into galamsey are now holding their books and dreams. They say it is time for a new movement to protect what they once helped destroy.
I was your former Damase, Samudi Michi, and my cotier a year in Seminole. I mean, say, Moitié, ama, mo de comment, me or commentation. When yes, I ever mammy, na making kai, and mamma fefe, aha. Ghanatube so be on subscribe ya. I was young for to was and subscribe na face me a notification bell so send a behind same no me tuma na we nya the intent pass me ma we fin so say obel like na afin so wa share in videos we our channel we so I was young for her Ghanatube so wonderful snowy sisi ade makramo.